right, welcome back. Hey.
It's been a bit.
It has been a bit. It's actually been, I think, at least 2 weeks before we posted a video up.
Yeah?
It's been a while. I know.
We're such slackers.
We are slackers. But we
had a lot going on, though.
We did have a lot going on. A lot of events we were at.
A lot of family stuff.
Family stuff, yes. A lot of different things. We have a lot to talk about.
We have way too much to talk about.
A lot to talk about. So we got like Wave 10, U-Wing, TIE Striker stuff. We have this Krayt Cup that we were at.
Which was pretty cool.
Yes. Yeah. And then we have Heroes of the Resistance. It was an update. And we'll also be talking about what we're flying, what we've been flying lately.
Whatcha Flyin?
Whatcha Flyin? What you want? All right, so we're doing this whole live thing, and the reason why we're doing live is we're trying to figure out a way how to maximize our time because we do a lot of post-video and editing and stuff. But we found out a way, and we worked with a lot of people to help get us all our live stuff queued so we can do this without any editing. I think that's the cool part.
Again, we're slackers and lazy.
Yes, very slackers
actually,
and lazy.
I am, because you're actually the one that does everything.
Yes, I came to that conclusion the other day. We were sitting there talking about, like, all right, well, I got all this editing. I wish there was an easy way. And he's like, yeah, well, you know.
No.
You can tell the story.
You were like, I wish there was a way we could just show up and talk and have somebody else do all the editing and everything like that. And I said, that's what I do, right? I just show up, I talk, and then you do everything.
Yes, okay. So he's the slacker, I'm the hard worker, but now we're trying to make it where we're both slacking.
I'm the talent.
The talent, yes. He's the talent, yes. But we do, so we're definitely going to be talking a lot of different things today. We'll definitely put all in the show notes, all the timetables and everything. We'll try to split it all up, but we got to do the actual live video. Then we can go and do that afterwards. Yep. So the key thing, what we want to talk about is we're also going to put some little pause betweens when we talk in different sections, so that will help with the table of contents in the videos. Yep. And the cool part is we actually can see your comments. We already see Spencer's on, Trevor's on, Gamer Geekazoid's on, Trevor's on. We can actually see a bunch of other people, 24 people. Wow, okay.
That was quick.
That was real quick. All right, so let's get right to it. We're going to be talking about... what are we talking about first? Oh, let's do the
X-Wing.
X-Wing stuff?
Let's talk about X-Wing stuff.
Let's do this is the funny part about live, because it's like there's no comments. You can't edit it.
Yeah, we're
raw.
With that.
This is raw, so you guys are going to unfortunately do raw.
That's why I'm shiny. I need...
You sweating already?
I'm always sweating.
All right, let's get right into Wave 10.
All right.
All right, so Wave 10... the TIE Striker and the U-Wing was just dropped.
Yeah.
Now, this comes from, I think, the
I don't
Rogue
care.
One.
I'm getting Kylo Ren's shuttle.
You're getting the... So here...
what I said I wanted.
That's true. So here is all of Wave 10 in its glory. Okay?
Yeah. Oh, look at how beautiful that thing is.
Yes. And I just want to point out...
I just want to fly that big shuttle around the board and knock everybody else's ships off of everything because those wings are so damn massive.
They are pretty massive, actually.
I really hope they fold all the way down. I don't think they do, but...
I don't think they do
I don't think they do
I've
either.
seen the wings like half out, half in.
Yeah. I think that's probably as far as it's going to go, honestly, or all the way up.
It'd be definitely interesting on what they actually do as far as how far they come down.
Yeah.
But the cool part about the Wave 10, everybody noticed that there was a skip in some of the SKU numbers.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, they released the whole article, Go Rogue.
Yeah.
And the whole Go Rogue, say that 10 times fast. Go Rogue article talked about the U-Wing and the TIE Striker that's going to be part of the whole Wave 10.
Yeah, it's amazing how much everybody pays attention to that type of stuff. Like, oh, look, the numbers don't match exactly.
I didn't even get that.
I'm like,
saw
what?
That on the forum. But
okay.
Yeah, I agree. But this is what's being released, part of Wave 10, the U-Wing and the TIE Striker. These things are sexy. And I'm just going to say it because everybody knows that I'm some Rebel love. All right?
Yeah.
I love me some U-Wing action.
Yeah, no, this thing, I just love the way it looks. It looks awesome. It's almost like a Y-Wing front on I don't know, just a completely awesome looking ship.
Yeah, and the TIE Striker, it's like a whole nother TIE. There was like a poster done with all the different TIE ships.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
And I was looking, I'm like, I don't recall a TIE Striker in that wing configuration that had. I could be
don't
wrong.
remember.
But
sure we can
it's all
find
part of the Rogue One movie. So the cool part is I think we've seen the Rogue One trailers where you definitely did see the U-Wing and how the wings articulated back. But we didn't see the TIE Striker in that. We did
No.
see a new X-Wing style. I think it looks like the old T-65 with the black and white scheme.
Yeah, some of the toys that they're putting out too.
Yes, good stuff. All right, so with Wave 10, let's just dig right into it. We'll do the U-Wing first because I love it.
Yep,
And
there
it's
it is
sexy.
again.
That is all the cards, and if you can see all the different things, I mean, it's a sexy looking ship. And I don't know if you noticed it. The first thing I looked for was any generics in this ship, okay? And you do. And ironically, you see a blue squadron with or blue squadron something.
Oh, great. Does that mean you're going to do like Baby Blue V2?
I might, because the best part
God.
about it is this. Look at the name pilot. That's 6. Pilot skill value 6. It's 27 points.
Okay.
For 27 points, just think about this. All right? Let's say the pilot skill value 4 is 26. Maybe the 3 is a 25, and the 2 is a 24. It's just like a T-70 Blue Squadron.
Yeah.
And it's a large base ship. I can get potentially 4 of these bad boys on the board.
Yeah.
That's a lot of ships to fly. I mean,
Wait, you can't get 4 if they're 27 points.
no. Well, I'm saying that. All right, let me go back to the thing.
I was like, I know I'm bad at math.
no.
but
The pilot. Look at the pilot 6 value pilot. See how it says
Right.
27?
Yeah. Oh, so you're thinking the 2 will be like
24, 23 points maybe.
Gotcha. Okay.
Depending. So that's kind of what I'm looking at there.
Okay, that
All right.
makes a little bit more sense now.
Yeah. All right. And looking at the comments here, some of the people are saying here,
Like poor scum.
yeah, poor
The,
scum, quad jumper coming out, that U-wing though. What you call it? Trevor says it's still missing one SKU number.
Scum epic.
Scum
Putting my
Epic.
money on it right now. Scum,
Scum
epic.
Epic? That'd be sick.
They need it.
They do need it. Actually, I would agree. There was actually a couple different
A Jawa ship.
A Jawa. It probably has no attack value.
It
just
runs
sits
around
there.
picking up pieces of debris that have been blown up from all these other battles and just builds this massive like Frankenstein of a ship.
Colton says scum aces potentially. Imagine that. All right, so let me go back to these cards and stuff. For U-Wing, all right, we see a lot of new cards being introduced here.
Yeah.
Okay, and you can make out. We're not going to go into details, all the ones that you try to make out, but you can definitely see a lot of the new characters. They do reveal. Actually, before we even get to the pilots, if you're looking at the pilot's 6 skill value, right? Can you see what his ability is there? If you zoom in on it a little bit, it says I think it says at the start of the activation phase, you may remove one stress
Focus.
token.
Yeah,
stress
stress token.
To one other friendly from one other friendly ship at range 1 to 2.
Okay.
That's not bad. I like
No.
that. And it's definitely. If you look at it, it's got an attack value of 3, agility of 1, 4 and 4.
Yep.
It's very like Mist Hunter-ish. Mist
Yeah.
Hunters, I think, is almost the same exact skill value, but this is a large base ship, and
Yeah.
it's got double crew on it, and it looks like a torpedo system and an elite for the pilot's 6 skill value, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a basic large base ship. A lot of people are saying it's the Rebel version of the shuttle, which
And
I could kind
I'm
of see.
hoping it gives a little bit more flexibility in that. I mean, that would be definitely curious to see if it has a little bit more
Yeah, I mean, we'll know
flexibility.
once we see the dial.
Yeah.
So
All right, so going right into let's pull this up. I'm going to go right into the 2 upgrades that we see right off the bat. Pilots, crew upgrades.
Yep.
We see Jin and Cassian from the new movie Rogue One. And if you look at
I think we're under 100 days away, by the way.
is it 100 days away?
We're less than 100.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't wait. Jin's card, it says action, choose one friendly ship at range 1 to 2, assign 1 focus token to that ship for each enemy ship inside your firing arc at range 1 to 3. You cannot assign more than 3 tokens in this way. So basically, you're getting a whole bunch of focus tokens
Yeah.
for enemy ships that's in your target. That's actually pretty good if you think about it. If you need
I
some
mean,
help with
each
focus
enemy
tokens,
ship.
at range
at
in your
range
firing
1
arc
to
at range
3.
1 to 3.
So that's 4 no more than 3. So
More
I
than
mean,
3.
yeah, that's That's crazy.
That's different. All right, what does Cassian got?
So Cassian says, Rebel only. At the end of the planning phase, you may choose an enemy ship at range 1 to 2. Guess aloud that ship's bearing and speed, then look at its dial. If you are correct, you may rotate your dial to another maneuver. So if you can play Miss Cleo and guess, you like that one?
Yes, that was good.
So if you can do that and guess which way this person's going,
right,
you get to change your dial.
But and it's 2 points.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence with that one.
Bearing and speed, like you have to get at 100. You have to get their move 100% right, because then you get to change yours.
And maneuvering, you get to change yours, and it was 2 points. And it was 2 points.
It is 2 points for a crew.
I'm on the fence with that one. Like I mean, I would have to sit there.
You got to be really not. I mean, you got to be fairly good player to get that right most of the time.
Honestly, I would think if you were, like, I mean, if you're flying against like the Inquisitor, you know they're going to do the 1 hard turns because they're green. If you're flying against Soontir, you know they're going to be doing some kind of 2-speed maneuver of some sort. But for 2 points, I would probably find something else better to put with 2 points on there. I don't know. Even like I might put.
I don't fly Rebel, so I can't.
That's true.
That
Now,
much.
U-wing is a large base ship, but vector thrusters is also 2 points, and I might put that. But actually,
you
no,
can't put vector thrusters on a large base ship.
That's right. You can't. No, but not even on a large base ship. I'm saying, can I put him on a small base? Yeah, forget what I just said. It sounded good in my head, but when I said it, it didn't work. All right. So with that, with the U-wing,
that's why we're live.
Exactly. Low edits. All right. We're going to go right into the next 2 cards that they show you, and it's part of the U-wing, and it's actually for the U-wing itself.
Yeah, a lot of people are excited about this one.
Yes, I am.
So the first one is the Pivot Wing and Attack. It says U-wing only. Okay. Title, dual card. So again, we're seeing more dual cards.
Like adaptability.
Yep. So increase your agility value by 1. After you execute a maneuver, you may flip this card. All right, cool. So then Pivot Wing Landing. When you reveal a 0-stop maneuver, you may rotate your ship 180 degrees. After you execute a maneuver, you may flip this card.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Now, question. Is that 0-stop going to be a red move or a white move?
If you reveal... So that's what we got to find
we don't
out
know.
For the U-wing.
It could be a free white K-turn, pretty much.
That's interesting.
At a 0.
And actually, you know what? I'm looking at the everybody's talking here. Jason and a couple other guys, Gamer Geekazoid, also said that for Cassian, well, if it's a single crew and on a U-wing you could put double crew, on potentially maybe on some other ships too, you could put Intel Agent first. So if you...
Oh, that's just nasty.
That's right?
Okay. Yeah.
Because it's... Wait, hold on. Is Intel Agent...
It says, no, you have to guess aloud, then look at its dial.
Guess aloud. Intel Agent is at the start of planning phase, though.
It's the start of activation. Is Intel Agent, not planning.
Oh yeah,
so they're two different.
Sure
they're two different. They're 2 different phases. It's good in theory, but I'm pretty sure they worded it just like that.
So you can't do the double Intel Agent and
because
stuff.
Intelligence Agent is activation phase.
Huh. All right, we're gonna look that up, but that's actually a good point though. But yeah, because Intel Agent is at the.
The only reason I say that is because I'm using it right now in my list.
You're using Intel Agent?
Mm-hmm.
How you liking it?
I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah, we'll get into that more here in a little bit.
All right, sounds good. All right, so getting back to the Pivot Wing Landing and Attack, I like that combination. The only thing, though, is like it says, after you execute a maneuver, you may flip this card. It says you may flip this card. So you don't have to flip this card. So if you wanted to, for the attack side, always keep it to increase your agility. The only thing, though, is
it says you may, not you have to.
And the landing side,
so same thing.
After you execute a maneuver, you may flip it. So it's almost like I would always want to keep it on the...
It says you may. It doesn't say you have to.
That's true. I like that. Okay, you may. So it gives you options. But the only way to flip that card is when you actually... after you execute a maneuver, you may flip this card. Okay. All right. Some flexibility there. I like that.
Yep.
All right. All right. So what? So that was pretty much all the things that they said they showed for U-wing. You're definitely going to be more things coming out, talking about what the dial is and what have you. But everybody's anticipating, like you said, I think kind of like a very Lambda class type shuttle type thing. I'm hoping not, because if I could fit 4 of them on, I want a little bit. Give me some hound flexibility. I'll take some hound flexibility.
But you can only get 3 hounds.
True, but if I can get the same flexibility with 4 U-wings, that'll be my new baby blue. Somewhat.
I'm thinking 3. I'm thinking 3 is going to be your max.
I don't know. All right. So the next card here we got, or should I say ship, is the TIE Striker.
Oh,
Check
yeah.
that thing out. That is actually, I actually kind of look at this. The funny part is, out of all the TIE fighters, this body style or this style actually makes more sense flying-wise.
Really?
And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
This is my thought pattern. I've always said this with the regular TIE fighters.
Like flying in an atmosphere or flying in space?
In space, anywhere.
Okay.
This is the one where you can actually see past yourself because you don't have those big damn freaking
There's no blind
panels
spots.
on the. Yeah, there's no blind spots. This one you can actually see and say, oh, there's a guy right to the right of me. Oh, there's a guy to the left of me. Or there's above me.
Okay. All right.
See,
Yeah, I'll
this is
give
the
you that
first
one. I'll
I've
give you
always
that
said
one.
That it actually makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. So what you see here is this is interesting because it's got 6 pilots that is available.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody says baby use. I like that. I like that Millennium TARDIS. All right. This thing has got 6 pilots. It's got pilot skill values 1, 3, 4, and maybe a 5 or a 6. You can't really see what the number was behind
1,
the
3,
6.
4, 6, 8.
And then something behind the 6.
It's
and
got to
8.
be 5.
I would think so.
Or it could be a 7. Who knows?
But you definitely see
Hell, it could be a 9.
1, 2,
No, it
3.
looks like it's flat on the top,
It's almost like 4 generics and then 2 uniques,
which
as far
is
as pilots.
usually how it goes.
So this is interesting. All right, so the Duchess, which I love the name, right? Is that say Duchess? Yeah.
Yep.
What's her ability? Can you see that?
No.
Okay. It says when. Oh, I'm going to move my mic here. When you have. Okay, the adaptive ailerons upgrade card equipped, you may
Choose to ignore the card.
choose to ignore the card ability because I think that we'll get into the adaptive ailerons in 2 seconds here, but that's almost the adaptive aileron says that you kind of have to. It says you must on the card, but we'll get to that in a second. All right, so the TIE Striker,
It just looks like it's a fast ship.
and that was my first reaction. It only shows a 2 white turn, right hard turn, which is interesting. But for the action bar, you got a focus, barrel roll, and an evade.
Yep.
And for 23 points, you have her at an 8. The only upgrade that you have is an elite upgrade.
Yeah.
For the Duchess, and I would think probably for the same other unique and maybe one of the other generics, you get some kind of an elite upgrade as well. But the bar, the actual stat line, you got 3 attack, 2 agility, 4 hull, and 0 shields.
Yeah.
So it's got 4 hull. Yeah, it's almost like the was it the Protectorate Starfighter?
Yeah. Yep.
Right. It's
Yeah,
got no
it's very
shields.
similar.
Yeah, very similar. Definitely interesting. I don't see any unique tokens with this. Right.
No, just a crit and a stress and focus and evade.
That's it. But here is, I'm going to pull up the Adaptive Ailerons title card, and it only goes with the TIE Striker only.
Yeah.
I got?
So immediately before you reveal your dial, if you are not stressed, you must execute a white bank, straight, or
A boost.
left. Yeah, pretty much
A
maneuver.
And that's a 0-point upgrade.
Yeah.
That's almost like, that play style is very like
It's like the Phantom, except you're
Yeah,
boosting
exactly.
instead of barrel rolling.
Yeah. So I'm kind of curious on if you put that, but it's only for the TIE Striker, so it's not really for anything else.
Yeah.
But the Duchess is the only one that we see that says that
I'm
you may
thinking this
ignore it.
ship is like crazy. Well, it didn't have booster barrel roll.
It did have
It
barrel
did
roll.
have barrel roll?
Yeah, let me pull it back up. It does have barrel roll.
It does. Okay.
Right.
But you can't put boost on it. Yeah,
Well,
you can.
Yeah, engine upgrade, modification.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
It's pretty interesting, though. But long story short, it's just another TIE type ship that you can introduce. I'm curious to, why would I want to choose this over, let's say, an Interceptor? I know some of the points, this is definitely cheaper point-wise. It's, it's 23 points, if I remember. I'm actually going to look that up real fast. I want to see what Oh, I'm gonna pull up
So it's almost like an A-wing stat wise.
3, 2. Well, not the 4 because usually.
Well, no,
A-wings
A-wings
have
are
the 2
two.
and 2.
Yeah, so
2 and 2.
they're 2 all across.
And the TIE Interceptor, if you did like a Soontir, or I'll say let's do a Carnage Jax because he's a pilot skill value 8. He's 26 points.
Yeah.
And
So it's 3 points cheaper.
the 3 points cheaper is because of that 2 agility.
Yeah.
So that's where the difference is. Okay, I got it. All right, I see where the points is. So I think the biggest thing with the TIE Striker is it's just I'm not sure if it's like for me my gut reaction is it a must buy? Like I'm gonna buy just to have one. I like to have one of every ship.
Yeah, I like Imperial, so I will buy that just to have it.
But I don't know. I mean, unless the other skill value pilots have some kind of ability that would make it a little bit interesting. I don't know.
I mean, maybe just as a filler ship on a list. Who knows?
But then again, I would like to see what the lower skill value pilots also offer as far as point wise.
Because that one at 23 points for the high end.
Yes.
That means your cheap ones are going to be like TIE level, like TIE fighter level points, probably.
I would think they're probably like maybe 1 point higher because of that extra hull. But then again, no, but you know what? But then again, it's got 2 defensive dice compared to 3 defensive dice. So it might be even cheaper. I think defensive dice is actually weighed out more.
Flipped. I don't know.
Yeah.
I will have to wait and see.
Yeah, it'll be definitely interesting.
The way they're going, they'll let us know everything about the ship before it's out at this point. There's no more surprises.
The cool part about with the U-Wing and like I said, the TIE Striker, it's part of the new movie. So I'm assuming, keyword, that
don't make an ass.
yeah, right. Don't make an ass out of you and me. I think it'll probably come out with Rogue One. I think they learned their lesson. I'm hoping Fantasy Flights learned their lesson when they released all the, was it Wave 8, Wave 7, or it was Wave 7 ships when they released them all late after the Star Wars Force Awakens movie. So who knows? I don't know. We'll see. We might. But then again, they haven't seen the movie. I remember there was an article.
Well, look at Heroes. Heroes is just now getting ready to come out, and the Force Awakens was almost a year ago.
That's true.
So
we'll see what happens. We don't have no idea when this is coming out.
Nope.
I don't even think it doesn't show on the boat or anything.
No.
But all right. So what we're going to talk
if they're
about.
smart, this wave will be Christmas time.
I hope so, because that would make sense. That would be I'm thinking Heroes of Resistance is going to drop Christmas.
Just give me more of a reason to be able to get it if it was all at Christmas.
One of every ship, please. Santa, please. Can I have one of every ship? Anyway, all right. So what we're going to do is next we're going to talk about Heroes of Resistance right after this.
Yep. Hold on. Don't go anywhere.
All right. We're back. Heroes of the Resistance. They dropped the new article, and I think it's almost like they took a 180.
Yeah, like a lot of people got caught off guard with some of the abilities here, namely Han.
Yeah. So before we get into Han, they released an original article, right? I think it was during Gen Con when they talked. No, not during Gen Con. I'm sorry, earlier than that, about Heroes of Resistance. And they talked about a lot of the pilots. And if I recalled, I went to the old article, and either they updated it or something. I could have sworn like Chewbacca, or maybe they showed the original Chewbacca and maybe the original Han cards, and maybe they weren't like the new cards. I'm not sure.
See, I don't think so.
I don't know what happened, but I remember Han's ability and Chewbacca's ability was exactly the same. I could be totally wrong. But then this new article comes out, The Garbage Will Do, all right? And they dropped out, and this is the whole... The new pack that you see everything.
Yep.
Originally, this is the same art. Like I said, I'm not sure if they changed the pictures or not, but then this came out. These 2 cards.
Yeah. So
Han Solo and Chewbacca.
Yep. Han's at a 9, which is
same as before.
Yep. So when you are placed during setup, you can be placed anywhere in the play area beyond range 3 of enemy ships.
That is nasty.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. I can't. So there was a double-edged sword with this, because some people were talking about that if that's like if you put it out range 3, enemy ships right off the bat can actually automatically turn around and go for Han right off the bat.
Right.
I said, but there's pros and cons to that. It all depends on what your enemy ships are.
Yeah, yeah.
If you have some hard-hitting enemy ships, this and that, yeah, okay. But if you got Han, and let's say you're facing down an interceptor or something like that, or a Soontir Fel, and you place them beyond range 3, I mean, you're going to be in the firing arc. You're going to have some damage. Auto thrust is not potentially going to kick in. There's a whole bunch of different things that come to play with this. To the negative side, though, it is potentially you're putting yourself behind enemy lines.
Yeah.
But you can screw with people's play on this.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Fat Han and all those other old lists, they're going to be coming back with this.
Yeah, I think we're definitely going to see a resurgence of some of these old ships just because of this. But look at Chewbacca. What's he got this time?
Millennium TARDIS calls Chewbacca now the homicidal maniac.
Yeah, pretty
much. And it is true.
Well, not him, just
his ability, right?
Well, I guess he wants to kill everybody.
Yeah. So he comes in at a 5.
Yep.
Same stats as before. Another friendly ship at range 1 to 3 is destroyed, but has not fled the battlefield. That's keyword there.
Right.
I'm surprised they put that in there because you'd be running ships off the board on purpose. You may perform an attack.
Bonsai. Yeah.
That right there is insane.
I almost like his other ability better, though.
I do like his other ability better,
because you just can't take crits.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's basically 13
huge.
shields. And so we actually had a buddy of ours that plays in the local shop, Blake. He was actually giving to Chewbacca new run with, and it actually in the article talks about like outfitting him with a whole bunch of Z95s, and he was giving that exact same list a go, and there was pros and cons to that because the thought pattern of destroying your own ships on purpose, I think that was the wrong approach. I think this is just you play Chewie because he's a 5, right? Biggs is a 5 too.
Yeah.
So you could do a Biggs, Chewie combination with the new ability. When Biggs goes down, you have a free attack.
You get one free shot.
Right. You use that ability not
on purpose.
Not on purpose. It's almost like
on...
Boba Fett crew. You don't purposely try to outfit Mangler Cannon or something with the ability of.
I mean, I do.
Yes, true. You do. If it happens, it happens. And I think you need to play the new Chewie ability the same way.
Maybe.
I could be totally wrong, but, I mean, you can get a swarm of
I definitely see that coming into play with Biggs, with people using Biggs.
That's a combination.
Because you have to shoot at Biggs first, so you're going to get that extra shot.
Yes.
After you blow him up.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's the way I look at it. But, like I said, I could be wrong. Actually, hold on. Let me pull this up real fast. Let me pull it back up. Where is it?
Put it back up there.
All right. I'm going to put it back up there. It says another friendly ship at range 1 to 3 is destroyed but not left the field. Now, the only thing with this, though, is you may perform an attack. Now, if a headhunter was, or something, or ship was like destroyed by an asteroid, potentially you can fire. You're allowed to fire in the activation, the activation phase.
It's whenever it's destroyed. So yeah,
right.
I mean, if I've got one hole left, and Chewie's set up at range 1 of somebody, I might just fly through like an asteroid just to try it, to see if it works.
That's true.
Or if I've got the crit that says if I overlap something. I'm going to take a damage. I forgot which one it is. Console fire maybe or something like that.
You take a hit.
Yeah.
And you get destroyed because of that.
I mean, stuff like that, it's situational.
I see, but my thing is I would not play I would not do that on purpose. Like, I would do that as if that's nice. But now the whole headhunter combination is because you potentially have more ships. If more ships get destroyed, technically speaking,
it's more shots.
So keep that in mind. So you're probably going to see some combinations definitely in the meta. People will try to be working out some kind of Z95 swarm or something like that, or an A-wing swarm or something where you can get the most ships you can on the board with Chewie.
I see this Han getting more flying time than Chewie though. Than this Chewie.
Okay.
That's what I think is going to happen, and I'm going to agree with some people saying that it's the Han's going to be a shuttle hunter. Or a Manaru hunter.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. You place them right down.
Right next to
range 3 away. Right at them.
The funny part is I remember some of the game creators talked about the whole concept of this game is, you want to fly the aces. They want you to fly the aces. They really don't want you to fly generics. I'm not sure where I heard that.
Don't put them in there.
Generics in there. But I think they're also giving a lot of counters to aces. So a lot of that whole concept of rock paper scissors. This is what it is. They've been actually in the last. If you look at List Juggler shows you the stats of all the different types of lists that's being played. What's the meta in the different areas? Who won? How good they did. And also stat lines too. Is like if you see a lot of palp aces, it will show you that palp aces, 30% of the time against this particular list will do well or not. The cool part about it is, if you look at it overall, there's not one list that rules the roast. I mean, it's simple. It's leveled, and Rebel, Scum, and Imperial were almost all 33%, 33%, 33%. There's not one type that's going up and down. So
it's actually pretty cool metrics to look at when you go to that site.
Yes. All right, so let's go right into the next cards that they showed. Now, this is cool.
Yep.
And this is what we were trying when we did the article on Here's the Resistance originally, and they talked about, you saw Smug Comp, right? And you couldn't figure that out.
We all kind of guessed it was
Smuggling Compartment,
though.
Yeah. So Smuggling Compartment, YT, and this is cool. It's both for the Falcon and for the Freighter. All right, so both the 2400 and the 1300.
Yep.
It's a modification. It says your upgrade bar gains the illicit upgrade icon, and the text underneath that makes me really happy. You may equip one additional modification upgrade that costs 3 or few squad points.
Yep. So you pretty much get an illicit for free.
Yep.
Well, not for its cost.
Right.
But then you can only do a modification 3 or fewer, which
Correct.
means you can't do a boost because that's 4.
That's 4 points.
So
shield upgrade,
hull
upgrade, right? But you have advanced slam and all that stuff like
shield
that.
is 3, I think. So you could do shield upgrade.
Is it?
Yeah,
I think you're
sure.
right. Yeah, I think you're right.
I'll look it up while you're talking.
So the smuggling compartment, though, I think is good because if you have the illicit upgrade, you can take potentially one of the other cards that's going to come out in a second, and we'll show you that.
I had it backwards. Whole upgrade's 3, shield is 4.
Okay. Ray in here. All right, this is pretty cool. Ray, at the start of the end phase, you may place one of your ship's focus tokens on this card. At the start of the combat phase, you may assign one of those tokens to your ship.
Yep.
Okay? So at the end phase. So basically, it's reserving your focuses that are unused.
It's a poor man's Moldy Crow for other ships. Which
exactly.
is, for those of you who don't know, Moldy Crow is the title for the Hawk.
Mm-hmm.
Lets you kind of bank focus tokens.
But now it only says you may place one of your ship's focus tokens on this card.
Right.
But it doesn't say...
Like Moldy Crow, you can get 2 at a time at Recon,
But I'm thinking, though, at the start of the combat phase, you may assign one of your tokens to your ship. It says you may, so you don't have to.
No, you don't have to.
So I wonder
and
if
it's
you
at
can
the
accumulate.
end phase. So you don't use it throughout the whole round.
Right.
You get to put it on the card.
Right. I like that. All right. And it's only 2 points.
Uh-huh.
What everybody's been talking about, Finn.
Yeah, so Finn, when attacking with a primary weapon or defending, if the enemy ship is inside your firing arc, you may add 1 blank result to your roll.
Oh, yeah.
It's a blank result, though.
That's
so,
okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
That's okay.
It's okay.
Well,
it's not end of the world. It's not,
Wait.
No, I know. I'm just...
But let me show you the next setup here. So the next setup, we already knew what Ray's card was.
Yep.
They showed you in the original article. Now look at the combination.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree. This is like, it was made for this setup.
Yes.
I mean,
5 primary attack.
That's how it worked in the movie.
Right.
So that's why they did it.
I also like it too, is because and tell me if I'm wrong. If I'm doing, it says when attacking with your primary weapon or defending, if enemy ships inside your firing arc, you may add 1 blank result.
Right.
If I'm adding a blank result, all right, let's say if I put Finn on one of my ghosts with
Sure.
fire control systems,
Sure.
I'm adding a blank result, therefore I'm allowed to re-roll it.
Right. But you only get to re-roll it once.
True. Right. So yeah, so it's not a guaranteed hit.
No, but it's an extra, yeah. So range 1 in a ghost with Finn, with fire control, meaning you already had to shoot at it once. Okay. To get the fire control.
Oh yeah, from the previous
right,
roll.
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're potentially looking at 6 dice.
Yes.
6 hits or crits.
Yes.
Potentially.
Yes.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
The cool part about it is it just gives some other options and allows you to throw some more dice. And there was also some talks about some crazy combinations. Somebody was telling me, like, what's the combination that allows you to roll? It was like you pass token to spend the thing. It was like Kanan Jarrus, something kind of combination that allows you to roll like a 7 or a 6 primary dice attack. Somebody was telling me that. And what's his name at the store? John was, I think, was showing that. He did it twice.
I can't remember.
And imagine
It
doing
was nasty
that.
though. He did that to me.
It was a nasty combination.
Oh, what was he flying?
Right? Now imagine adding a blank result to that as well. And if you can have a target lock and you can
But I don't
re-roll
think
it.
either. I don't think you could have fit. I think it was a K-wing, and I don't think you can fit a.
Crew in the K-wing.
Wait, yeah, you can because you can put a recon spec.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll get back to you on that one.
Yes. But it was, I think, by adding a blank result, it gives you options. There's potential options, especially if you have re-roll capabilities. And the Finn and Ray combo is definitely going to be really brutal. Oh, there's a combo Nora Janors for like 7 or 8 dice.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
something
Nora
like
Janors,
that.
yeah.
It was crazy, nasty.
But it was not situational, but like you had to everything
It
had
has to be like
perfect.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, situation.
A lot of handshaking. Yeah, situational. All right. So with that, going back to the cards here, smuggling compartment.
Yep. So feedback array. You've got Dead Man's Switch.
Mhm.
You've got whatever.
But they also had the Millennium Falcon. Now we've seen this card already. The new title upgrade card says after you execute a 3-speed bank maneuver, if you're not touching another enemy ship and you're not stressed, you may receive 1 stress token to rotate your ship 180. So basically doing a Segner's loop
Yeah.
at a 3-speed on a large base ship. Awesome. The last but not least is actually this thing called the Burnout Slam.
Yep. Which
So-
everybody got right. It adds a slam action.
But it's an illicit upgrade only.
It is an illicit upgrade
So
and
that goes
large
with
ship
smuggling.
only.
And I think that's how the whole, like the smuggling compartment. So your upgrade bar gets that. You get
Yep.
Burnout Slam, and then get this. Watch this next card here. With the burn, you have the slam action, and
Right.
then you put Advanced Slam on it.
Yeah.
On this.
So you get an action.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, the negative part of slamming is you get weapons disabled.
Yeah.
So that is the negative part of it. And if everybody doesn't know what the slam action is basically whatever maneuver you've done. All right. So let's say you did a 2-speed maneuver. All right. You have to choose a maneuver of that same speed to actually execute.
Yep.
But
so if you do like a 2 straight, then you can do a 2 bank or a 2 hard or
yes.
Yep.
It's a great way to maneuver out of your opponent's firing arc, but the negative side of it is you get weapons disabled and you cannot shoot. But if
it's a
you're
good way to run
outfitted-
away.
But if you're outfitted, you can drop some stuff.
Yeah.
You can drop some bombs and all that stuff if you're outfitted and you're not touching anybody, and if you have the advanced slam action and you have an action type, or even after you execute a maneuver type bomb, you can actually drop that. So it's not an attack, but it could be pretty wild to use. So now that basically for large ships, you can get a burnout slam.
Yep.
The cool part about it is, doesn't the IG-88s have an illicit upgrade? Right? So now, if I look up, let me pull up the IG-88s. IG-88s, I believe. I always forget because I only flew them once.
So you put the slam on.
Yeah, listen, upgrade.
You put the slam on the Falcon.
Okay.
With Sabine crew.
Uh-huh.
With advanced slam.
Uh-huh.
On Han.
But there's no action. Sabine crew gives you
bombs.
But only gives you one.
You start off with on the side. With Han facing them on their side.
Uh-huh.
You slam in front of them, drop a counter net with Sabine. Right on round 1.
That could be some options. Definitely could be some options. All right. So that, pretty much wraps up, I think, all the cards that we looked at. Advanced Slam. There was talks about articles using the Advanced Slam in that and dropping the counter net, and with Chewbacca's ability flying the Z-95. So it's a great read. We'll definitely put the link below in the comments once this video is uploaded and edited and what have you.
Edited. There's no editing.
Oh, that's right.
It's live.
I forgot we were live. All right. So next up, we're going to be talking about an event that we went to called. Oh, I'm sorry, I went to.
Yep, I didn't make it.
Yes,
Did not make the
called
cut.
the Krayt Cup, and we're basically kind of go into that. What I flew against, how he did, and it's a team event and how we did overall.
Yep. So don't go anywhere. Like
Back
10
in
seconds. We'll be right
seconds.
back.
All right. Everybody's probably asking, why did you do those weird pauses? We're doing those pauses so when we do the table of index of the video,
Makes it easy to
makes it
find.
easier to find.
Again,
Because when you're doing a long video,
slackers.
yes, we are slackers. We try not slackers. We just try to find an easy way to do things.
Right.
All right. So, Krayt Cup.
Tell us all about it because you were there.
All right. So, Krayt Cup was there is a similar event, and actually this kind of spawned off that event, and I think it's in the North area, and they just had their 4th annual one, which was called, I think it was called the Outrider Cup.
Mhm.
Okay. And basically, it's team-based. It's you go with several players from either your store, but for us, it was 4 players, and I think they actually had 6 or 7
4
players.
plus an alternate, right?
Correct.
Yep.
For the Outrider Cup, they play 1 epic game and 2 skirmish type 100-point type games, and each of the team members play that.
Right.
And you're doing this as a team, right? Now, there's a whole bunch of rules and things that they had for the Outrider Cup, but I'm going to talk about the Krayt Cup and what we did.
Yep.
So the Krayt Cup actually eliminated the epic ship. What we did was 4 rounds of regular 100-point tourney-style event, but each store had to bring 4 representatives and potentially 1 alternate.
And now for those of you that went, you had 3 of those people had to fly.
Yes, so that okay.
Different
So there's the
factions.
rules. The rules are each one had to have 1 rebel, 1 imperial, 1 scum list, and then the 4th list, no matter whichever pilot, can fly. Like another rebel, another scum, whatever. But you had to have at least 1 of each. And here's the kicker: your unique upgrades and pilots, crew, whatever, has to be unique across the whole entire team. So if you want to, say, fly 2 Imperial lists, because you have 1 Rebel list, 1 Scum list, and then you 1 Imperial list, and the 4th person chose another Imperial list,
You couldn't do the same like
you can't do Palp and
Aces
Aces twice. Yes,
Okay.
it's got to be unique across the team. The other cool part about it wasn't like Swiss, all right? Each team, there was 7 teams that we had, 7 stores from the North Carolina area was represented in this. And every store had an opportunity to send their representatives and play in the Krayt Cup. Each store representative had a team captain. They had 4 lists, each of those lists from the different team members within their team. They randomly chose who was going to put the list down first.
Okay.
So you had all the different tables all laid out, all the play mats and tables, and ready to go. So the first person that would go, first team captain would say, okay, you know what, I'm going to take my Palp and Defenders list and put that down first.
Mhm.
Okay. The second team would go next, and they would either do one of 2 things. They would either take one of their 4 lists and put it down to play that Palp and Defenders list, or they can put one of their lists and put it on a blank table.
Okay.
Now, this kept on repeating and repeating and repeating until all the lists were playing each other. Now, there's a lot of strategy involved because, like, give you an example. I was playing Ghosts, right? Double Ghosts with a Y. I told my captain, do not put me up against swarms. I'm going to lose against swarms. So there's some strategy involved. Like, if you had triple jump masters or Dangaroo or Palp Defenders, you do better at one list versus another.
Mm-hmm.
The only caveat of that whole thing was the first team that put down was allowed to make one final switch. So they take all their 4 players, whatever their 4 players are located, and they can swap 2 players. All right. So going into this first round, it's all randomized, and then the second round, the first team that did the first pick, the team underneath that starts the second round as their first.
Gotcha. Okay.
So basically, there was 4 rounds total.
Everybody
4
got
out
a
of the
chance
7
to
teams.
switch.
No, actually, only the first 4 teams got the switch.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So After that happened, all right, and you basically play your normal 100-point list, and you compete and you battle and you store the points. And we were using, I think, Cryodex to save it, and it was great. But it was very interesting because twice, to me, my lists were switched on. So for some reason,
They did not like his list apparently.
yes, which I was playing the double ghost Y combination. So all right, so that's the format. Let me show you. I'll tell you kind of what I was playing. So I think everybody kind of knows I was playing the double Y.
Double ghost.
Double ghost. I had Choppa and Hera on one ghost, and I had Zeb on the other one. Both ghosts had fire control systems and auto blaster turrets. My Y-wing had just auto blaster turrets. It was a regular Gold Squad Y-wing with auto blaster turrets.
Okay.
Now, there's a combination that I think that was got second place at Gen Con that has the Y-wing with R4D6, but no Hera. I like my Hera. I love my Hera, and plus, I like that because a lot of people go after Hera.
Yeah.
And which is rightfully so. Hera.
I try to take Zeb out first.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I don't like
interesting.
being able to be bumped and shot.
Well, depending on your list, exactly. Because Hera, there was one game that I was just doing one hard rights, which is red maneuver, and I had
Hera don't care.
Yeah, I had like 12 or 15 stress on my Hera, but didn't care. And I have Chopper on here because it's a 0-point upgrade, and if I wanted to take an action of some sort, but I have fire control systems,
Right.
so the only action I would take would be a focus. It does have an evade, but I'm not going to take a damage to get an evade. That wouldn't make sense.
All right. So what was the first list that you went up against?
Okay.
You don't got to give me a play-by-play. Just list versus
I won't give you
list.
play. Yeah, list versus list. So the first.
Nobody wants to sit here that long.
Yeah, because that would be a very long day. The first list I came down was, I believe, was a Dangaroo. And I wanted the Dangaroo. I said, I can fight Dangaroo with my list as long as I can corner it in a certain way.
Like typical build Dangaroo?
Typical build Dangaroo, Lone Wolf.
Gonk or
no Gonk.
Recon spec?
Yes, Recon spec.
Okay.
The funny part with this was, as soon as they put Dangaroo down, I believe it was Game Theory, the store Game Theory. They were the first to go, so they had an opportunity to switch. So I got switched with a Miranda. It was switched out with a Miranda Poe.
So your team captain put your list down on Dangaroo.
Correct.
Okay.
And
gotcha.
then Game Theory, because they went first, I was playing on Game Theory guy. He took his list and put down, I believe, I think it was Dangaroo I was playing, and but he put down a Poe Miranda Stress Spot Y combination.
All
TLT.
right. What was the outcome?
I won that game.
Okay.
Yes, so that was good.
By a little bit, lot, what?
Actually, by a lot.
Okay.
I did get one of my ghosts. I think was chewed down pretty heavy to at least half. I think the second ghost was also half too. I think he got half point. I think he got 40 points total, if I remember.
Okay.
But the cool part about it was, for me, his dice Poe was put in a situation where Poe was not rolling good dice. But at the same time,
End of the day, that's what'll determine a game.
True. I was blocking him and forcing Poe to go maneuvers that he didn't want to move Poe, like over debris.
Right.
Over, and then he's got to do his talon roll. Then he's got to do a 1K, one speed maneuver to clear the stress, because he just had a typical Poe build out. But the Miranda combination, the Y-wing went down first, real fast. Poe went down second, and the K-wing started traveling all the way around the board. My Hera that I had was doing one hards. I took my other ghost and kept him out of the loop because he was badly hurt. I didn't want to lose points for him. And finally, I just got points and shots onto the K-wing and took out the K-wing and won that game. So that was the
second game.
Second game was an interesting combination. They were going to switch it on me. But this was not the second switch. They were going to switch it on me. It was a combination of two contracted scouts with one with Dengar crew, the other, and then actually the headhunter, the one. What's the headhunter with Lone Wolf?
Andrew Schlack.
Yes, with where you get an extra die.
Yeah.
With cluster missiles where you can attack twice. I'm rolling up real fast. He lit up my Hera, and I got the crit that was a major hull explosion. I think that makes all the
Major hull breach.
Major hull breach, where all your
Face up.
Yeah, face up damage cards. That was horrible. Hera went down in a blaze of glory, But because the contracted scouts and the Lothal Rebels are both 3 in pilot skill, simultaneous fire,
Nice.
I took out his Dengar crew ship, not Dengar pilot,
Okay.
Dengar cruise ship in the same round that HoR went down.
Okay.
So that was a huge thing. Then I had my Y-wing and my other Lothal Rebel, the chopper, not chopper, Zeb setup. I split them on purpose. My Y-wing to go after his headhunter, and then my chopper to go after his other jump master, and it did the trick and got him. The third match was again the Dangaroo, the infamous Dangaroo list that I wanted to play. They put it down. I put it against it. I'm like, yeah. I was telling Blake, I'm like, yeah, I'll play against the Dangaroo.
Right. Now Blake was the team captain at this event.
Sure enough, they swapped it. So that team, I forget which team they were with.
So you got too happy about it. You should have let them know that's.
Oh, I tried to because after I figured out what they were doing, I said, but they did the right call because what they swapped the list for was a TIE Swarm.
Oh yeah.
It was brutal TIE Swarm. And I thought I tried to play this. I lost this game, so I'm up 2-0. I'm walking into the third game, and I'm facing a TIE Swarm with Lothal Rebels. Now, if you guys don't know, TIE Swarms eat through Lothal Rebels. The interesting part, though, is he had an interesting list. He had, I think it was 2 regular generic TIE fighters, regular good old-fashioned generic TIE fighters. He had Wampa, Youngster, Howl Runner, and I forget what the other one was. And then maybe one other 4 generic, I forget the Scimitar or something like that, generic. But the cool part about it is his elite ability on Youngster, where it allows you to share the ability, he put Expose on it. So everybody was allowed to share Expose.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what does that do for?
Well, it drops its agility, right? To 3 to 2, and they get an increase in primary attack dice.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
So now on a naked ghost with 0 agility, it was brutal.
Yeah.
So I forcibly put
Range
the debris.
1, that's 4 dice.
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh.
Yeah, exactly. On
Okay.
ghosts. So the long story short, I had debris in the center. He put his debris. He was also running debris on the outside. He was running the swarm, which is very interesting, on a flat line, like a non-measured flat line.
Yeah.
That happens. It's still good. The non-measured flat line. So I said, you know what? I need to get him through debris, and I need to bunch him up. So I ran my Lothals and Y straight down on the side, real slow rolled it, then moved fast, and I was able to turn in 5K. By that time, he was engaging me through the debris, and then I was able to set some blocks up, but there was nothing I can do. He rolled, get this, 16 natural crits. There was you can't block that.
In that one round?
Not in one round.
Oh, the whole game. Oh, jeez.
16. Because I started counting. Now it could be more because I started counting when I started noticing the pattern of all the crits. I'm looking at his die and I'm like, yeah, it looked like regular die. And somebody vouched for him and said, yeah, he was not rolling natural crits, but this game he rolled 16 natural crits. I can't do or block anything with that.
No,
but
there's nothing you could do at that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so I lost that game. But at this time, we were pulling in first place our store.
Nice.
So we were holding third round in first place by, I think it was like 1 or 2 points.
Okay.
We go into the 4th round, the final round. I finally get to face the Dangaroo that I want.
Yeah. And what happened?
Lost by 1 point. Basically, I exchanged my Y-wing and badly hurt Hera for Dengar.
Yeah.
Got him off the board. Then I had Manaroo, and a Manaroo finished off the other Hera. I should have probably took the other Hera and just parked her away. I did that way too late because the last round before Hera
I'll
got
just
knocked
try and
off.
run it out for points.
Yeah. So then I had one Lothal, which was 40 points, and he had Manaroo, which was 40 points. So my first thought was, we're even. This is going to go to final salvo. Final salvo, 4 dice versus 2 dice. This is going to be in my favor. Because
Right.
we had like 5 minutes left. And I said, you know what? Let me disengage. I totally forgot that he had 99-point initiative bid. I remember saying because he took the initiative and I didn't think about it. So I lost by 1 point because even though we both have 40 left, it's how much and if you still have ships on the board, it's how many points you destroyed.
That sucks.
Yeah, that sucks. Because I disengaged my Lothal to go. I want final salvo
Right.
at the 2 rounds before the last round. or last, yeah.
Because you were probably watching the clock. You knew it was coming.
I heard the clock. I said, you know what? I'm going to disengage and run for final salvo because I couldn't pin down Manaru.
Oh, well.
But long story short, but the cool part is the MOV I helped out with and what have you. The rest of our team, one of our team members, Jacob, went 4-0. Ryan went 3-1. And Blake went 3-1.
Nice.
So we actually inched out first place with 12 points, 12 wins. And the second place team, I believe, got the 11 wins. All the teams there were phenomenal. Game Theory, where the event was in Raleigh, North Carolina, was phenomenal. Great place. I mean, awesome. I had a great time. So that was the Krayt Cup. Yes, it was Dark Curse. I think it was Dark Curse. I think you're right. But yeah, so we took the win on that. But let me tell you, that was some heated competition. But
it's a cool event because you get to collaborate with other players.
Yeah,
because
you're not
team.
by yourself.
Right. That's what I like about Heroes of the Atari Cluster too, because it's like it's a co-op thing.
Yeah.
But this, there's strategy involved with list placement versus, the team captain has to know what's good and not.
Yeah.
I mean, how much were you guys able to talk to Blake and say, hey, no,
every
we
list
don't
that
want
went
to do
down,
that? Or,
every list that went down, they said out loud what the list, not the full combo list. They just said like Palp defenders or.
But I mean,
Ghost.
Could you guys then huddle up and be
Blake
like,
would look at us and we were like, like we were like shaking our heads, nodding. Everybody was doing it, but we were all trying to figure out like what we felt comfortable. And Blake, I think, did a great job of trying to match up what we wanted to play and have fun. But that switch, like that happened to me twice. Potentially was almost a third time was going to happen to me with that second game. That switch got me.
But what I
got one of my games.
And what else I like about this is that now since PBKW, which is Parker Banner Kent Wayne Comics in Cornelius, North Carolina.
Yep, that's our home.
Technically, that's
field.
our home store. Yep. Although I've been branching out to another store here lately. I've been cheating on Parker Banner.
You've been cheating?
But Corey says congrats from PBKW.
Thank you, Corey.
Next year, or I think about 6 months, maybe Blake was telling me, it's going to be held at PBKW. So the winner gets to host the next tournament.
Right, and
that's pretty cool.
The Outrider Cup is once a year. We might do this every 6 months, just because it's fun. I mean,
and the trophy's like 8 feet tall.
It's so.
Check out on Facebook. It's on there.
I brought my truck. Good thing I brought my truck because it's 5 feet tall. This trophy is crazy. Plus, there was great prize support. I was able to get one of the Steel Enterprises' Palp coin, which I don't have readily available. But as a prize, I also got the double-faced
glare on that.
The double-faced card, the Blue Squadron.
The Airbrush on there.
Yeah, with the Airbrush. Yep. So that was great. Cool. I was like
some custom acrylics, little North Carolina target locks.
It was honestly, it was a well-run event. It was well executed. The guys who set it up practically did it for nothing. Hopefully that we're going to get some some support with this. And I think a lot of people like this because they were just testing this out to see if this would work. Yeah. Honestly, I think we're going to keep doing it. I love it. And the cool part about it is if we do, hosted at Parker Banner Kent and Wayne, maybe we can do some live feeds and stuff like that.
That'd be cool.
And they will post the videos to that event. We're going to do a live stream, but they couldn't. So they're recording the videos, and they're all going to share them live. So we'll definitely get the live videos. I am in one of those videos. My second match versus the double jumps with the Headhunter, it was recorded. So we get to see that match.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully next time I'll be able to play at it. But I tanked the tournament.
But you also had to leave that day early.
I did, but I was also tanked. I do great.
You sound like you tanked like you.
No. We'll get into that in the next segment here. I'll talk all about that. So.
Yes, it was like I said. It was pretty cool. All right, so the next thing we're going to be talking about is Whatcha Flyin.
Yeah, what are we flying now? What are we flying next?
Ooh, all right. Stay tuned.
Don't go anywhere.
Now, don't go anywhere. All right, Whatcha Flyin? What you want? What
are you flying?
What am I flying? Well, before flying anything, I wanted to give a huge shout out to Paul H. Paul H was one of our customers for our tokens. I helped him out with some different things and this and that, and I never had this happen. a customer sending me a thank you gift.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so we hooked them up with some tokens, and there were some things that he wanted extra, and we took care of them, and he sent me this Paul LaRue double Dangaroo combination, Dangar and
So
Manaroo
go back in our
cards.
older videos. We did a video on Paul LaRue.
Yes.
Awesome artist. And yeah, Berto got these out of the blue.
Yeah, these things are sick. And just so you know, ironically, that same day when I got these in the mail, Paul LaRue himself contacted us.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Right? Reached out to us because he found our video. So it was like all meant to be. It was like, I got these in the mail. Paul LaRue found our video.
The
thanked
force.
us. He talked to us. We're talking to him. We're trying to make something happen. And then we got these in the mail. So these are awesome. If you guys haven't seen these, again, he's the Paul LaRue. He's also got the double Desi combination. Check out his Facebook.
Tons of other cards, though, not just these.
Oh, there's tons of them.
Go watch the video.
Yeah, watch the video. We'll put in the link in the comment below.
All right, there you go.
PaulLaRue.com, and which is Paul LARUE.com, and in Facebook PLR.art. If you guys can see that, definitely check these cards out. They're freaking awesome. But I wanted to huge thank you to Paul H, not a different Paul, not Paul LaRue, Paul H, who sent me those as a thank you for the service that we provided.
So now that all your recent tournaments are over,
Yes.
what are you gonna fly?
I don't know. No, actually, I have a couple ideas in head. You know me, I like to stay generic and easy. I would say generic and easy. I'm very easy. That sounds really bad.
Like Sunday morning.
Like Sunday morning. There you go. I was actually thinking about flying. I don't know why. I want to try some Gold Squadron, regular good old Y-Wings with some TLT action.
Like just 4 of them?
Yep, 4 of them.
24 points each.
Or not Gold Squadron, actually probably the Scum version, so I can get the 3-speed unhinged. Was it unhinged astromech?
Yep.
Um,
Coming at an even
25 each, 100, 100. And, okay, now why? When Wave 9 drops, now, just so everybody knows, I'm going to Worlds, all right? So I'll be at Worlds this year up in Minnesota, Fantasy Flight.
Cold.
Yes, but I'm looking forward to it. So I'll be up in Worlds. I just booked my flight, got my hotel, got all that fun stuff. So I'll be playing there and competing. I don't know what I'm going to fly yet for Worlds because I still want to see when Wave 9 actually drops, which will be next week.
Yeah.
The article said that was just released. It said that less than a week and a half. I'm assuming it's going to be
better be
Thursday.
here Thursday, September 22nd.
I believe that's when everybody's saying it's going to come out.
My birthday is the 27th. If anybody wants to send some gifts, just saying.
Send some love to Nims. So I'm like right now. I think I want to fly like some 4 TLTYs just to have fun. You know, take a lot of the formation flying I have.
All right.
But honestly, I don't want to fly anything drastic or learn anything new because I want to see what some lists. And the reason why I'm also doing the Y is because I'm hearing and seeing, and you've been playing it or you're talking about it, and I played against it, a Shadowcaster double Y combo.
Yeah. Yep. So that was one of the lists that I'm looking at flying. I would have been flying it right now, but I've got a tournament coming up this Sunday, and I can't use it yet
because
it's not technically released.
What is it, like 14 days that you have to wait after a tournament?
Yeah, it's like 11 or 14 days.
Yeah, I forget what it is. And it's usually the TO discretion, but this is not a
they're
regional
not out,
tournament. It's a regular tournament. But for tournament, yeah, you want to. He's not allowing it. Wave 9. So you wanted to get those. So what do you find?
So I've actually, in our local area here, nobody flies triple jump masters. So I decided to be jackass to fly 3. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding to anybody out there who flies triple jump masters. But I wanted to fly something that they're, that could pack a punch.
Nobody's playing it in our area.
And nobody here plays it. So
yeah, you're right.
I wanted to see, we've got players who do Manaroo. We've got players who do Palpaces. We've got players who do Double Ghost, Rebel Regen.
Right.
I wanted to try Triple Jump Masters and give it a shot and see how it goes.
Honestly.
But then today at work, I was playing around on the list builder. And I don't know. I might do 2 jumps and a Y.
The same thing I'm flying?
2 jumps and a Y.
2 jumps and a Y. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. So... But that's only for 2 more days, 3 more days. And then I'm probably going to go to the Shadowcaster.
The Shadowcaster double
with
Y
two
list.
Ys or the Shadow and a Hound. That's what I'm thinking.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. The Shadowcaster is I was playing the Shadowcaster double Y combination against my ghosts, and I was playing against AJ. Is a local guy here. He's very, very good. He's been he's
Been playing for a long time.
long time, phenomenal player, and I wanted to see how I can fly against the Shadowcaster. Would the double ghost still be a viable list? The Y-Wings themselves tore through. Those two little Y-Wings tore
On zero
through.
agility. But yes, Berto is coming to the dark side, to the scum side.
To the scum side. Not the dark, yeah,
not really the dark side,
Yes.
but
In the
scum
middle.
side.
I may be flying, and just because I just want an opportunity.
It's like-
I always played the Triple Hounds, and I like that. a
True.
lot.
So yeah, you have flown scum.
Scum.
Yeah.
But I am preferably a rebel player.
Yeah.
So I'm actually like the scum, like with unhinged astromech, because it's at the 3 speeds of maneuvers. I can do R2 astromech on the Y-Wings for rebel wise, but it's the 2 speed maneuvers. Now the problem with that, everybody's like, well, why would you choose that instead of do the unhinged? With Y-Wings, the way you play is you want to get out, and you want to get at, because you have that range 1 donut hole with the TLTs. So you want to get in the range 2 to 3. You want to be as far as you can, and at the same time, if you are in range 3, you get an extra defensive dice. You get 2 dice instead of 1. So there's some bonuses to that. But you want to keep them at range as much as you can. But those 2 little Ys that he had with that Shadowcasters ripped through my double ghost lists. Ripped through, and also he's just a phenomenal player. Like I couldn't figure out what he was going to do maneuver wise. I'm thinking I'm going to go this way, and then all of a sudden his Y-Wing goes off the B. Almost off the board, but he maneuvered it so much that off the board was a sliver that he still maneuvered.
I love it when that works out.
Yeah,
I've done that so many times.
He's a phenomenal player. AJ's a phenomenal player, but I really like that combination. I like his is a more defensive combination. You have an aggressive.
he plays it. AJ plays it with Lats Razzie, I think it is, crew, that you may take a stress off of your opponent and give yourself an evade.
Yes.
So with with Ketsu's ability in the Shadowcaster, at the start of the combat phase, you're giving them a stress. So you're pretty much giving them a stress, taking it away, giving yourself an evade.
Yes.
So it's a nice setup for a defensive build. I went more aggressive with the one I was doing. I had Dengar, so I was getting those rerolls for target lock and Black Market Slicer I was trying to do.
Yeah, you actually, when we had that one match, which
it worked
I still
once.
gotta put up, that I got to put that match up when I had the Protectorate Starfighter.
That's right. Yep.
Versus the Shadowcaster lists.
Yep.
I still have that video I got to put up. That was Black Market Slicers.
People have been wanting videos.
I know.
You have them.
I'm sorry.
And have not given them to the world.
The problem, the true problem is, you come out with an overlay that everybody loves, you cannot not do the overlay. So
it takes a little bit of time.
It does take a little bit of time. If and I'm going to give kudos to all the other YouTube channels, podcasts, what have you. Huge kudos, because
for the overlays,
guys, those
everything.
overlays, let me tell you, it takes a long time to do 1 hour-long video, because now matches are hour-long, and you got to go through it. Okay, it's shields change, this change, that change, and you got to update, and that's a different image every time. Now, you can also do some software and all that stuff, but still very, very time-consuming.
So we just need to get a third person when we play.
Yes.
And they can
hit a button?
do that with,
That's not a bad idea.
Aha.
All right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so I that's all I'm flying. I'm still waiting what Wave 9 was going to bring. Like, I want to see some of the lists. I want to fly. I might even bring out back my baby blues. I'm just saying. Drink. I also might, instead of baby blues, I might actually do 3 red squad vets.
With vectored thrusters?
Vectored thrusters, push the limit, some other goodies.
Okay.
Just to change it up, but everybody knows me, how I like to fly the same exact ship. This whole double ghost Y-Wing, honestly, has been a stretch for me. Like,
really?
I'll tell you why. Because I always fly the same ship. My both ghosts identical except for this crew.
Right.
And then I had a Y-Wing that's a 2 skill value versus a 3. You know, there was a couple times that Y wing screwed me up.
Oh, yeah,
when I first started playing, yeah, got my own way. I'm like, oh crap, that one moves first. So it's different.
And see, I'm trying to take what you say and play a list multiple times.
You have been doing good.
I have been doing very good. So what I said earlier was about me tanking. I'll do great in practice.
Yes.
I will do phenomenal. Like right now, I don't even want to say it. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to jinx myself.
I'll say it for him. What he does is he does phenomenal in practice, and even regular casual play when we're playing at the stores, he does great. His dice are hot. Everything's great. But as soon as he goes into a tournament, it's like the alter ego Nims comes out. We're going to call him Zim. Zimmin backwards. Nims backwards. And the alter ego comes out, and then his dice fail miserably.
Not even my dice, just my flying.
And then you're flying,
everything.
you're nervous. But I do have to admit, that tournament that weekend, this past weekend with the Krayt Cup, every tournament, I'm going to tell you guys, I've been in a lot of tournaments. Every tournament, my first game is like this. I'm shaking. I don't know why. But then after the second game, third game, fourth game, I'm fine. But it's always that first game. It's like that one football player, or not football, what is that movie when at the start of every game, it's like any given Sunday.
He throws up.
Yeah, he throws up. For me, my first game is this. I'm bumping into shit. I'm moving stuff. But anyway, yes, that's your curse. You need to break that curse. So
that's what I was talking about earlier. You know, I'll do great. Like right now, the list I'm flying has a really good record.
Yes.
I have a tournament Sunday. We're recording this on a Thursday.
Yes.
We're probably going to play after this video.
Yes.
And then watch. Sunday. No?
No. I'm going to
I'm not. You know what? Let's just quit talking about it.
All right. I'm going to say here, I think he's going to do very well this tournament.
I don't know. But anyway, so the reason why I'm also saying this is because this Sunday will probably be the last time I fly it.
Fly that triple jump master
triple
list.
Jump, if I do go with the triple jumps. Because then I can use the Shadowcaster, because that's supposed to be coming out next week. And our next tournament, local here, is October 1st.
Yes.
At Parker Banner, if you guys want to come out.
Area, yep.
It's in Cornelius, North Carolina.
Parker, Bannon, Kenton, Wayne.
Yep.
That's the name of the store.
BBKW.
Yep.
So I wanted to play this list, practice with it until the tournament this coming Sunday.
And honestly, you've been doing that.
And then play something else.
Okay.
Like I've been wanting to fly my Shadowcaster, and I haven't, because I wanted to practice with what I could fly.
Yes.
So for once, I listened to your advice. Now I'm thinking about changing the list.
But that's okay. That's like I said for me. I said this Krayt Cup, to me, I played my double ghost list for like 2 months. I said double ghost, and any match that we play, like a recording, this and that, I don't consider those. But usually when I go to the store, everybody's like, double ghost again? I'm like, yes, because I'm playing it. I need practice with it. I keep playing the same list. This is the first time that actually Nims did the same exact thing. He's been playing the triple jump masters endlessly. And you've been playing against some big power lists, like the bigs, Kanan combinations, the ghost combinations.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you some practice with some Palp Defenders.
Yep.
But yeah, basically, I think, and I can't make it Sunday. I wish I could.
It's one less player I got to worry
less
about.
player. It's actually probably good, because for some reason, every time we have a tournament, we play each other. I don't know why how statistically that happens.
Not every time, but good and close enough. I mean, it's, they're local, most of the local events. Yeah. So regionals for us are coming up November.
It's the weekend
12th.
After Worlds. Yes,
yeah, November 12th.
Yes.
So whatever I start flying after this Sunday will probably be what I take to Worlds, unless it just sucks. And then
regionals. Okay, yeah.
I'm sorry, regionals. Yeah, I'm not going to Worlds.
Yeah.
I'd like to. I just can't make it.
Yep.
But yeah.
And that's what after Wave 9 drops and I start figuring out what combinations I want to fly, that is probably the list I'm going to take to Worlds to compete with.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I'm going to, like I said, I say 4 Ys, but that's just me probably for an in-between. But I've been tweaking. I don't know what combinations. But the Shadowcaster double Ys look really interesting to me. So I don't know. We'll see.
All
right. So we usually have our overlay on the bottom here that says goodbye and all our links.
He's Berto. I'm Nims.
Yeah, did we even say that in the first thing?
No. Or Joe, if you guys happen to see me in real life.
All right. Before we go, I just want to some huge shout outs to a couple people here. You guys been blowing up our thing here.
Our
Holy
chat.
crap. Yes.
Yeah, whoever's been hanging out the entire time, you guys are awesome.
Yes. Holy crap.
It's a lot to read through. Sorry we couldn't get to it all. I mean, we had a lot to talk about.
Yes. All right. I don't even know if I can't. I think they're all talking to each other.
They are.
Hey, Burkinator, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in a while. All right.
Hello to everybody.
Ooh, actually.
Yeah, I saw that list actually with Ketso and
what's Guignero? Am I gonna say? I might butcher this name wrong. Guignero Delvalvi. That's the guy's name.
Gurno
Delvalvi. He's got a Ketso Onyo plus Push the Limit, K4 Security Droid, Glitterstem, Shadowcaster, counter measures.
He can't read.
That's an interesting combination. And then with Aja Ventress, Push the Limit, K4 Security Droid, Glitterstem, countermeasures.
Shadowcasters love Push the Limit. I'll go ahead and tell you that.
Yeah, because you were flying that Shadowcaster all around the board like it's nothing.
Yep. I love it. That's how I want to fly it.
Damn it! Dang.
But I do like the look of that list.
I like that.
Because you're giving tractor beams left and right there.
Yes. All right, let's do this because I'm not seeing any questions out here in the public, in the community area. Definitely, guys, check out our community. That community's been growing.
Yeah, our forums.
Yes, community.slingpaint.com. Or if you just go to slingpaint.com and you hit community on the top there, you guys can register. It's free, and you can put your lists there. We usually talk about lists and different things that we see on there. There's also video topics. We're trying to find a new home for our videos, which we're working on. It's a hush-hush possible. And we're also trying to do a lot more live videos. So there's less editing.
And we like the interaction, too.
Yeah, I do actually like the interaction better.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
If we do more live videos, that means less editing, therefore more time to do more live videos. Yes. So I'm actually figuring out this whole live video thing. You see all those screenshots.
Oh, by home you meant studio.
Studio.
I thought you meant like hosting or something. All right, never mind.
All right. Also, check out our store. You guys know that we make tokens and stuff, and also T-shirts. Yes.
There's a couple cool little ones in there.
Yes.
And they're nothing fancy, but
it's fun to have.
It's fun. It's something somebody else doesn't have.
There you go. I like that. And the tokens are totally different. There are a whole different breed of tokens. Something just different than acrylic and then different things that are out there. And the cool part of it is like a lot of awesome colors on there. We just came out with a dead set, the zombie set.
Yeah, I've been using it the entire time. It's perfect for scum.
It's got eyeballs as the focus. I've been
like a
wanting
real
to do
eyeball
that set for so long. When I first started playing this game, like there should be real eyeballs on the table.
Any?
I don't play with that list. You play with that. I don't have.
You should have like all these tokens right here.
Lined up so I can show them.
Yeah,
they're in the bag.
Oh, are they?
There's some in the bag. Like here's the new crit marker that we just came out with.
All right.
Here's the mass. This is the mass set stress.
But you don't have the zombie.
No zombies in there.
There is?
No, there's no zombies in there. No, there's none.
Oh, that's what I'm looking for.
No, don't have the zombies in my set. I play with the mass set. But guys, definitely check it out. It's on. If you go to slingpaint.com, there's the store. You can go to the store Envy site, or you can go to our Etsy store. Also, if you guys like the videos and like what we do, please sign up to be a patron and help support us. Also, if you guys want to submit topics, go to our community. That's where you submit your topics. And remember to subscribe to the video. Hit that subscribe button where Nims's privates are, down in that area. Yeah, make sure you touch Nims's privates and hit the subscribe button. That's going to be really weird. People are going to start unsubscribing because of that. All right, guys. Thank you.
Oh, man. Somebody help me.
What?
No, seriously, thanks for watching. Everybody that's been hanging out the entire live video, you guys are awesome. As always, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be doing this, so we really appreciate it.
And if you guys have questions
sorry.
If you have
thank
questions
you for all the
Shut up, let me talk. You go.
Thank you for all the good luck that you guys are saying for the coming up tournaments and everything like that. Looking forward to hopefully another good event.
And if you guys got questions below in your comments that we didn't get to because we got a lot of comments, Put it in the forums, community.slingpaint.com.
Sorry, Jordo.
You can definitely put those comments in there, and then we can get your questions answered. Or other people in the forum that are pretty cool will help you out.
One warrior, really quick. Don't fly straight at it.
Yeah. Don't fly straight out of swarm.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
See you next time.
Bye.